The link is saved at the back end of your course. Next, open your ChatGPT account. Either it's a free or a paid account, no worries loves. Then, you can also open your Higgsfield account. All the links are available in our Zoom chat and on our working document. As we will be using different sites and apps for each AI in Action class, please always make sure to check our working document and chat before the class starts. That's all you need loves. So if you have opened all the links needed tonight, please drop 100 in the chat. If you need help, please drop 2 in the chat so we can assist you.
For our class, we have a few class reminders. First, please make sure that your setup is ready before the class starts. Please click Meeting Group Chat on the chat drop-down so everyone can see your messages. Please turn off your camera for faster internet connection. And most importantly, keep your mic muted unless the coach calls you to participate. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Now, just sit back and relax loves. Our class is about to begin.
Thank you so much, Innate Fam, for doing your homework. They all look amazing.
Sky with a whisper loud. A brushstroke cuts through every cloud. My thoughts run wild, no change, no bounds. Electric colors in a concrete town. I'm the architect of my own spark, a firework igniting in the dark. Creativity is my superpower. Snap a rhyme, make the broken man. A kaleidoscope spinning in my chest. This canvas bleeds, but it's my best. Ideas collide, a thunderous roar. They crack the ground and break the floor. Creativity is my superpower. Turning dust to gold in the final hour. I build a world with a single thought. No cage, just dreams. It's all I've got.
Good evening everyone. Welcome to Innate Academy's AI in Action class. If we have newbies here, hi. We are very happy to have you here. In this class, we all create amazing AI images, elements, backgrounds, clip arts or any other assets that we can definitely use in designing. You will be trained how to utilize AI, not only in creating images but also in planning and building a project from scratch. Physical or digital products? Don't worry, we got you.
Tonight, we will be using different AI applications and/or some websites. Therefore, no more assigned Discord room numbers needed in our class. For the setup, using your Chrome browser, open the working document. The link is saved at the back end of your course. Next, open your ChatGPT account. Either it's a free or a paid account, no worries loves. Then, you can also open your Higgsfield account. All the links are available in our Zoom chat and on our working document. As we will be using different sites and apps for each AI in Action class, please always make sure to check our working document and chat before the class starts. That's all you need loves. So if you have opened all the links needed tonight, please drop 100 in the chat. If you need help, please drop 2 in the chat so we can assist you.
For our class, we have a few class reminders. First, please make sure that your setup is ready before the class starts. Please click Meeting Group Chat on the chat drop-down so everyone can see your messages. Please turn off your camera for faster internet connection. And most importantly, keep your mic muted unless the coach calls you to participate. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Now, just sit back and relax loves. Our class is about to begin.
Thank you so much, Innate fam, for doing your homework. They all look amazing.
The sky with a whisper loud. A brushstroke cuts through every cloud. My thoughts run wild, no change, no bounds. Electric colors in a concrete.
What's up, my loves and fellow creators? Let me know if you can hear me in the chat so we can get rolling for tonight. We're going to be working on our professional mock-ups and our collection images. All right. You can hear me. Awesome. Okay, so if you recall at the very beginning of our AI Create-a-thon for this project, for the memorial project, we asked, and I'm just going to take a little scrolling, y'all. I've been working on some things. Y'all have been working with me. Let me go on back and show you what we did in the beginning to create those mock-ups. And I told you, I promised you, I would show you how to make better looking mock-ups that look more like what your product is going to look like. Okay. So if you remember during the AI Create-a-thon, we created these really cool banners and things of that nature. And it gave us some ideas of how the layout would be. However, the problem with this is, let's say, for instance, someone says, oh, yes, I love that wristband. Let's make that. I would have to look at that design and remake it rather than just showing them what I already designed and what's going to be propagated through, for instance, the Automizer, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the output from our Automizer, and then we're going to use those images, those mock-ups, in order to create our, and let's just say our real life and scenic photographs, right? So it's not just a mock-up of a floating shirt anymore. We're going to make sure that it actually has a background. It looks like it's in a room or on a mannequin, or even if it is ghosted, it still has this professional photography look to it. That's the whole point. And also you'll find too that when you provide the mock-up there, then it does give you the option and opportunity for it to look more compelling, right? Like your audience sees it, it's like, ooh, what is that? It looks like it's in a real world environment, or even if it's not, it can look like it's out of this world. Like we did one before where it looked like it was in outer space. It just gives it a scenic look that draws the person's attention rather than it just floating on a white background or on a wood background or looking like it's laying on the floor. So that's what we're doing today. We're creating these compelling mock-ups, these compelling product images, because they're not just mock-ups. We're going to call them product images because for us, this is what we can use for our Shopify store, for our emails, for our social media. And then eventually you can even animate these and make them videos or motion graphics. All right. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Customer happiness has dropped in your working document. All right, so this is where your instructions will be for tonight as you follow along. All right, so I'm going to go from the old to the new. You'll see me scroll through some things here. All right. And then I'm gonna give you all a little update too. So these are new products in the Automizer. I've got 2 more things to do. I've added something else as of today. I realized there's something called a gatefold. How many of you have heard of a gatefold program? Where basically instead of it opening like a bifold book or opening like a trifold program, the center of it opens up like gates would. Well, one thing I thought would be good for our memorial products is to add the gatefold, because I haven't seen that mocked up really well. So for the gatefold, I think this would be a great opportunity for you all to introduce this type of product to your clients, especially your memorial clients, because it is a specialty. It's a specialty type of fold, but it's available from 4Over, which is one of the suppliers that I've been telling you all about for your offset printing and banners, backdrops, all of that stuff. So 4Over is a great printer. They do have gatefold. They do have trifold. They have a double gatefold. They have a Z fold instead of a regular trifold. So what we're going to focus on is what's most popular for memorial. And that will be, of course, the bifold regular one is already in there. The trifold one, it will be new in there. The gatefold. So trifold looks like this. And the reason why I wanted to create brand new mock-ups for this and products for this is because it's not common that you see a good mock-up where it shows you the inside, outside, and the folded version of the product. So I was able to actually create those right in our AI, just the same way I showed you how to create the other products. So if you all remember, so the prayer card really didn't need an AI mock-up. We just basically just, kind of twisted it a little bit just to give it a look that one is layered on top of the other. So this will be the front, that'll be a back. Remember, we made this in AI. And if you recall, so I did a regular easel. I did an easel with the flowers. So if you all recall, we made this in AI, right? Just to give it a little more flair. Then we did the easel with the flowers and a gold frame. Made that in AI. And then the easel with the flowers and the wooden frame. And it also has the wooden base there. And then the gold has a gold base there. So this is just to kind of give you a second option rather than the poster that just goes on the wall for your memorial and your funeral projects. Most of the time, they want to see the portraits represented more like this because they'll be alongside the casket, or this might be something they have presented at the repast, and they'll present to one of the family members. They will give them this item. So it makes it look a lot more designed for the memorial purpose. So I just created a separate one from the poster style that just goes on the wall. You all asked for a dog shirt. So we have a dog shirt now. So the dog's human can be presented on the shirt, or of course, you could also have a dog funeral and have like his or her doggy friends that would wear the t-shirts. So you get the gist for that. You all asked for that to be in there. I thought it was appropriate if we're doing the dog shirt, just for dogs that may not be able to wear the shirts or may not like wearing shirts. There's a bandana option. You all talked about the lantern. So we have a lantern now. This one is available at Walmart. It's the Better Homes and Garden version, but you can also take this screenshot and go to Alibaba.com and find a manufacturer for them. If you're selling that many of these lanterns, go ahead and get you a manufacturer so that you make sure that you have a supply and you're not relying on Walmart. For the candle, you all told me you want to do candles. So this is a flameless candle. And then you also have the prayer candles, which these, I believe you can still get these from the Dollar Tree. So these are basically just labels that are on there, but at least you have a mock-up to present that now. Same thing with the flameless candles. You can grab those from Walmart. I found some on Amazon that were very affordable. I believe they were like 2 for $8 or something to that effect, but these candles sell for like $28 a piece. And you can do DTF on them. You can do a water slide decal, choosing whatever printing process that you want to use. I've even seen people print like tissue paper and then put it almost decoupage it onto the candle as well. So there are options. Another thing is doing the urns. Now, maybe you don't want to handle things with actual ashes, and you shouldn't have to, but this is something that you could really do a superb job with in terms of doing maybe the DTF for the urns. And I forget who it was that suggested the tissue mini packs. So I wanted to incorporate that. I thought that was a really cool idea. They already come with like a message on the back and the front. So all you have to do is take that label, put on the front, and maybe, are you in class who came up with the tissue idea and demonstrated that last class? So I just want to let y'all know, I'll be listening to y'all. Do y'all hear me? So sometimes that's why my Automizer gets a little delayed, because I'm like, ooh, they came up with a good idea for a memorial product. I want to add that in, and just takes me a little time to work it in. Okay, you all also asked, I think Morticia asked about the 3-inch button. So I have a 3-inch button and a 1-inch button. The mock-ups look the same, but at least the printable version is a 3-inch versus a 1-inch, so that you all have the printable version of each of those buttons. And then the casket wrap, I actually showed you all how to do that mock-up from scratch in class, and I gave you that mock-up as well. So I don't think I'm missing anything. I'm going to diligently work tonight, y'all. I promise. I'm in the middle of moving. Like literally, I'm in an empty room right now. Just got my carpet steam clean, and I'm supposed to be on the road in a U-Haul tomorrow, but I'm still working hard for y'all. Just know I love y'all, okay? So so basically the trifold and gatefold are my last pieces that I'm adding, and that's it for this version of the Automizer. So that adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, even though I'm only supposed to be adding 3 to 5 products. I added 15 for this memorial because I got a little excited, y'all. All right. Now, I'm probably not adding anything else to this, but do y'all have any other ideas of anything that I'm missing from the Automizer that you would like to see maybe for the Memorial 2.0? Because I'm done with this one. If I missed anything that you all thought was really important, I know some of you said like the stone bench and that sort of thing. Those I would just mock up because I don't see those being just right now. And they may be like if you have certain orders where you're getting many orders in, show me how you're making them, and then I may put it into the Automizer. But I just need to make sure that products like that are in high demand before I put them in the Automizer, because it weighs the Automizer down the more products I add to it, especially large format products. All right, so just letting y'all know. Okay, so y'all don't have anything else to add. Great. So we should have her off and running tomorrow, and I will probably send an email to do a demonstration for the new products, because I did add some more products in there since the last time I showed y'all the Automizer, even though I added more Memorial products. So I'll show y'all how all of that works. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take those mock-ups, okay? Some of them anyway. I have a little selection of them. So we have the bifold program. Y'all, that thing came out so pretty. Look at that. We did that. We actually did that in class. Y'all remember? And if y'all don't remember, y'all can start coming to class or at least watching the replay. So we did the bifold program and added the flowers in and everything. Did the casket wrap, the memorial necklace here. We did, I think I did also show you all how to do the grave blanket and bringing in some of those other elements so that you could use the bottom part of it, or you can make it generic, however you want to. Most of these designs are just using foreground, background, but do you see how our designs here, this is exactly what would print. When AI is designing our products for us, it doesn't actually give us a printable file. So we have to recreate that in order to print. All right. And which is not a bad deal, because I'll show you a job that I just did for a client, and I did use AI for the idea, but then I had to break down the elements, rebuild the graphics, just like I showed you all how to do for this project and for the project previously. We built a design, broke it down, and then recreated it. All right, so these are the products, the little mock-ups for the products here that you all could see. We can easily just put these on our Shopify store as is. And to be honest with you, that's what I do. On my Shopify store, I'll have this product, right, with the clear background, clean background, showing off what the product is. And then I may have a version of it where it is styled, okay? Now, styling involves putting a background in there, basically having an area element where this would be, for instance, let's say you want it to be in the funeral home where it has the curtains and the flowers and all of those things. You could tell that to make that a setting, make an appropriate setting so that it makes sense. When the viewer sees it, they're thinking, oh, this is for a memorial versus this is for a birthday party. So that's where you can sell the product better, because you're selling the emotion and you're selling the experience versus just a floating product. That person just sees that one product. Okay, so let me just check in. It's all right, Jenny. Don't even worry about it. You won't catch up on them replays, because you already know when it's something that you want to do, you're going to do it. That's all right. So I'm just showing you all the products that we have available right now. And then what we're going to do is make individual mock-ups first, or let's say individual photo shoots. Let's call them photo shoots, because quite honestly, that's what you're recreating without having to pay a professional photographer and without having to spend hours styling. And you have to have a budget to style, because let's say you needed some roses in the background and some velvet drapes. You have to go buy those roses and velvet drapes, right? So I think that is the last product right there. That's the last product image there. So let's see, how many products do we have up in here? Just for tonight's class, that's 35. Oh, that's 2. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to pick a few of them at a time, and we're going to run a prompt. All right, so I will tell you this. The more products that you put into your let's do one at a time first. How about that? Because when I show you the multiple ones, you're going to get excited. But what happens is when you bring them in, they come in at weird and odd scales. Like my casket kept coming in like a little bitty jewelry box, right? And what you can do is you can train your AI, and I pretty much figured this out later, by uploading the individual products one at a time, describing what it is, telling it to create the scene for it. And then when you create a collection, no more than 4 or 5 products in a collection, because more than that, it starts to get weird with how it displays it. And this is AI, so you're going to get some unpredictable results anyhow. So let's do this. I'm going to show you how I came up with this craft to quit. You all will get the that full, I believe we already started that conversation. And I'm working on a little small screen today, so please forgive me. If it sounds like I can't see, then that's what. Get out of my way, Zoom. Memorial. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do, oh, you see also I did more product images for y'all. So that's what I use in order to create our mockups for the Automizer. And that's something that we did in one of the previous classes. So I'm not going to go over that tonight. We're doing our individual mockups now. All right, where is? Well, I think I have. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, I thought I lost it. I was like, I done lost a whole conversation. Lord, and it's a long conversation I was doing for y'all. So I didn't lose it. It's here. Okay. So what I want to do before I do the multiple products, we're going to do the individual products right now. All right. So please help me create a prompt for each of the individual product images. I want to make sure that they have a professional photography output and that it utilizes part of the product imagery to decide what type of scenery to build into the product. But I want that written into the prompt so that the AI image generator can use context in order to come up with the scenes rather than me coming up with the scenes. Right. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I know I can tell it the scenes. I know I can tell it, hey, I want this product shown on a beach, or I want this product shown in a funeral home. So what I want to do is I want to utilize the design that we have, and I want it to see, oh, these are florals. So maybe we'll extract florals and put that into the context of the scenery there. Okay. All right. So here it is. This is what we're going to use. And then I'm going to use the shorter version. Okay, let's copy that. Then I'll paste it here, and I'm going to go over it before I run this, create a luxury commercial product photograph using the uploaded product as the featured subject. Now, I do want to tell y'all this. This is generic. That means we're going to upload a product. But I will also show you how to run this same prompt and give it the direction, tell it the product that you're uploading, and it does a much better job. Now, this is going to be a catch-all because basically whatever product you upload, it can assume what it is. So we're going to go ahead and put in and like I said, yeah, I'm working on my little small screens tonight, so please forgive me. I'm gonna do the best with what I got. All right. So other thing is scale wise. We're gonna just do one product at a time, but if I put this in and it doesn't know that this is a casket, it might think this is a jewelry box. So you might have to say, you know, this is a casket. So we're going to just drop the photo in for right now. This is just going to be the program, which is probably going to be one of the #1 things that people are going to ask you to create, especially if you start partnering with the funeral homes, which is what I'm going to suggest that you do. You will always have work if you partner with the funeral homes. All right. All right. I had to silence my phone, y'all. I'm not good with distracting noises and things. All right. So before creating the scene, analyze the product's design, artwork, imagery, colors, materials, theme, and intended purpose. Use these visual cues to intelligently build a contemporary environment that feels authentic to the product story and intended audience. Now, this is very generic. Now, I'm going to show you what we can do too. Let's just go ahead and run this one first. I'm going to take off do not add text logos because sometimes if I say that, it will remove my text and logos from my design. All right, so ChatGPT doesn't understand that, so I'm just going to remove it myself. All right, so we're going to go ahead and generate the idea here. We're going to use Nano Banana Pro. I'm going to generate 2 with Nano Banana Pro, and then I'll do 2 with ChatGPT Image 2. I will say I think ChatGPT Image 2 lately has just been doing a better job, but we'll see. We're going to be able to compare them right now. I will tell you this, ChatGPT Image 2 uses 7 credits. The Google Nano Banana, the Pro version uses only 2 credits, even when I put it up on the 2K option. So just be aware of that. And we're going to scroll on back up here to the top. And see how quickly, I just wanted y'all to see how quickly the Nano Banana will give you results versus, and I'll make this a little bit bigger too. Y'all, I don't know if y'all just know how much time it used to take me in Photoshop. Y'all remember those classes? Who remembers the class, especially for graduation, where I was showing you how to mock up these flat lays and how to mock up these environments? Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember? Yes. Do you see? If you really have the imagination and the skills, because you know, having one versus the other, sometimes you'll get stuck, but having the imagination and the skills, how quickly we can execute our ideas. Like, and isn't this so much more better than the generic programs that was given us, the generic t-shirt designs that was given us based off of our initial flyer design? So now we have a true to my mock-up, a true to my printable. Let me just show you. That's what our mock-up looks like that we created in the Automizer. And then this is what our product images can really look like. Do you feel that you could present your product in this manner and people would take it more seriously, or people will be more attracted to the product, right? Now, the mock-up itself, like we were doing our big one when we created this Automizer and made our own mock-ups, right? So now we're even doing our bigger one when we create these product mock-ups. So what I would suggest to you for every little floating product that you're going to offer for your collection, go ahead and create at least one, just one, at least one image that showcases the beauty of the product in a setting where it looks like a photo shoot. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Full prompt. Let me paste it into the working document. Thank y'all for reminding me, because y'all know I'll be over here just talking and working. All right, let me type it in there. Customer happiness. I already said prompt. Now that's the generic prompt. Now let's say, for instance, I could run that generic prompt. I don't need to do this every time, but if it was confused on what this was, let's say this was a big jumbo card and not a small program. I might say, hey, this is an 8-foot tall jumbo card. Make sure you show it next to a person that's standing next to the card so that it looks life size, right? I could add that in there, but right now it got it perfect. I do not have to do anything further. And it understood the assignment in terms of putting the flowers. Look, it took orchids from the image and it put orchids in the background. It's got roses, it's got gold leaves because it saw the gold foliage in my design. It understands that it is memorial here. It put a candle, right? So just letting y'all know that works. Okay, so now we're going to go a little bit faster now. I'm going to just take that image out and let's replace it. I'm going to pull this off screen a little bit. Oh, no, it doesn't help me. I thought it would help me. All right, so for instance, this is a pendant. I don't know if it understands this is a pendant. I would assume so, but let's see how it styles this pendant. I'm really interested because I'm going to say, hey, is it going to put a necklace on there? Is it going to drape it on a velvet mannequin? What is it going to do? Right? So I'm going to do 2 right now with ChatGPT image 2, do 2 with Nano Banana Pro. And right now, Nano Banana Pro is actually doing its thing. I am impressed. Now we'll see what happens when we do multiple mockups or multiple products within a photo shoot image. I'm going to stop calling them mockups because we're giving it the mockup. All right, so while that's working, I'm gonna go on to the next one. Now, I wanna see, does it even understand what a grave blanket is? Okay, because if it does not, I'm gonna tell it that this is a grave blanket, that is usually draped over the grave with, nice rocks that outline it. I'm gonna tell it that if it doesn't understand this. It may not understand this, or it very well may because it's going to reference internet. Now I'm just going to do one of each. So I'm going to do 1 GPT and then 1 Nano Banana. Oh, that's so gorgeous. The way they put it on the box there. It looks like it attempted to do some sort of maybe mirror or something here. And maybe it is a compact mirror and it's just got a cool design to it. So I do like that. I like the little rose quartz or whatever that is there, like a single rose petal, even maybe like some perfume or something here. Forever and always. That's beautiful, right? Of course, this doesn't fit in this box, but it's a good concept and idea, right? All right, and so far I'm using the same prompt. Now, see this one, and this is what I assumed because it kept putting this like this was a frame and it didn't understand this is not a frame. And maybe this might be one of those ones I tell it because, of course, I designed this about 4 years ago when I created this grave blanket template. And I made these. I was so proud of how I made these rocks look more at least more realistic than most of the other templates that were out there. I was so proud of these rocks. Now I feel like, hey, AI, y'all need to make these rocks look real because I can see my little pattern up in here, right? But I will say this is not the intention of it. So I need to go in and describe something here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to snitch. I'm going to take the prompt here and I'm going to come over here to my custom print marketing expert that I've been talking to, and I'm going to drop the same image. I'm going to snitch. I'm going to say, hey, this ain't working. Let me tell you what's going on. I need you to help me alter this even smarter version 2 of the prompt to fit this particular product. It's giving me really poor output because I believe that AI does not understand what this is. This is a grave blanket. The grave blanket is a vinyl banner that is usually flat onto the surface of the grave that is pinned down with tarp pins or stakes, ground stakes into the ground. And then it has these beautiful rocks that are placed around the border of it. I want you to even tell the AI generator that I want it to make the rocks look more realistic and make sure that it can alter the rocks from my mock-up. Also, the reason why it has grass all around it is because this is a top view. So make sure that it is showing this product as a top view, an aerial view or bird's eye view, however you want to call it. And go ahead and rewrite me another prompt, but including these details, and make sure that it is like the version 2 or the smarter, shorter version. Because one thing I learned about it is you describe too much, it gets antsy on you and it will give you some randomness up and through there. I didn't want you to make the image. I want you to help me with the prompt. And I did say make a different version of the prompt. You're getting confused, sir. Let me ask you again. Make a prompt. It's making something right now. It very well actually make something. Oops. I need you to make a prompt specifically for this product. And it tried to get fancy, tried to give me the prompt and the image. Sir, you trying to show out right now because you want me to use you as my image generator, and I'm going to use my Higgs field. I know you want me to make it here, but give me the prompt. Prompt only. Do not generate an image for this. I just need you to make the prompt so that I can use the prompt later in an image generator. All right, let me get where it says do not, so I can be clear. Because obviously you're not following instructions right now, and I'm live. You're being hard-headed and you messing up in front of company. I need you to get it together. Come on. But I can take a look at this and see. It did okay, but I don't like those big rocks. All right, but you do see that it uploaded product and then it specified grave blanket. So I do like that it did. Okay, there we go. Give me my prompt. Okay, let's go with that. Copy. And then again, I'm going to do Control A, copy it all, Control V. And I'm gonna take off this last one which says no text overlays. I'm gonna tell it to stop adding that. Just in general, just giving it instructions. I need you to remove this line from all of the prompts for the future because sometimes it will remove text and important logos from my graphics just because it says no text, no logo. So let's just omit this line from here on out. And then I'll put quotations so it understands that is the line I want to omit. Stop putting that. All right. Let's generate one with GPT and one with Nano Banana. And you already know who's going to come up first. Nano Banana is definitely going to work faster. But see, it kept thinking this was like a framed image, which I could understand that. But although that's nice, maybe that actually is a good product to make. Something that resembles the grave blanket. One of y'all is going to end up making this. I already know. Then that way everybody may be able to have their own version of the grave blanket in some type of keepsake for home. All right, so maybe we're around here making up products and we didn't even know it. We didn't even try to do that. All right, so while that's going, Let me tell it what I don't like. I don't like how the new rocks are showing up. They're really supposed to be more like pebbles, and they're supposed to replace the pebbles in the mock-up image. So if it can't replace the pebbles, I don't want it adding those extra rocks. They look a little silly, and maybe we need to describe them as pebbles or small rocks, and make sure that it understands the scale of those rocks. Like I said, I be talking to my buddy Spruce over here now. Like, we have full-on conversations about how to get it right. And that's the thing, the more you work with the AI tools, the more comfortable you feel with it, the more comfortable you even feel talking and making sure it understands what it is that you are wanting to achieve. Now that ChatGPT one's going to take a while. Landscaping stones or river rocks. We actually have decorative pebble border. They could be river rocks. Them little river rocks, those were big old. All right, so now let's change the prompt here. Let's see. Now let's see if it listened to me. Okay, so this one is, now I want it to do the entire prompt again. So before I give y'all this prompt, I'm gonna work it out, make sure it's good, and then I'll put it in your working document. Go ahead and just create the entire prompt for the mockup all over again. I really wish, like, ChatGPT does take so much longer than Google. All right, so while it's working on that, yeah, I think, yeah, there are river rocks as well, but it said it could be river, like, I would assume that it knew these were river rocks, but it's giving me these Stonehenge stones here. Okay, so we'll put that in just a moment. Let's see. There it goes. Boom. Take that whole prompt now and using uploaded product as a feature subject. Uploaded product is a memorial grave blanket. A grave blanket is a durable printed vinyl memorial banner designed to lay completely flat on top of the grave site, secured to the ground with landscape stakes. Or, okay, this one did the little rocks around it, but I don't know, maybe my rocks are better because I don't like these. Yeah, we could tell it the river rocks, but I think it's not getting that it is several layers and a thicker border. Maybe we could describe that to it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just generate this one real quick with a little nano banana. But I will say this, see how ChatGPT listened better in terms of replacing my actual rocks? Like, it listened a little bit better. So let's go ahead and run that one with the GPT image 2. In the meantime, I'm not going to drop the prompt to you all until I feel like it's correct for the grave blanket, because that's one of the ones, like I said, there's some products you'll just be able to drop in there. It knows exactly what it is. Other products, you drop in there and it's like, hold on, is this a jewelry box? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so this one didn't replace my stones, but this is more like what my intention for creating this in Photoshop. This is what I wanted it to look like. Now, what we could do is we can remove the rocks from our image and just upload the banner itself. However, I wanted to see this do its own thing, and it even attempted to put these grounding stakes in there. So that's interesting, but it's still not quite right. That's better. What is that? Nano banana? It's trying here. It's trying here. All right, so replace the mock-up pebble border with a realistic decorative pebbles and river rocks. while preserving the original border layout, width, and placement. So at least it did tell it that. Pebbles should be approximately 1 to 3 inches in diameter, naturally varied in shape, color, and texture. Okay. Lightly overlap the edges of the banner just as they would in a real installation. Do not use, we'll take out this, or boulders. Yeah, definitely should be using boulders. So I'll take out the river rocks, saying don't use the river rocks because, like Ernie said, these river rocks do work for this purpose. And then I'm going to take off what says show a few realistic black landscape stakes. I'm going to take that off because it definitely is distracting. So I'm going to take it off. All right. And I'm going to take up all of that. Preserve the uploaded product exactly as provided. Maintain all printed artwork. But then when I tell it to preserve it exactly as provided, and it has the rocks on there, then it's a conflict. It's confused. So I can see why it's doing that. All right, so I'm going to run this one now because it does tell it to replace the rocks. So let's see where we're going with that. Without the stakes, because I don't like those stakes. And if it turns out right, then I will put that into your working document. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and put it in there now because let me ask you all this. Do you want to, because this is for Craft to Quit. Craft to Quit tonight, we are supposed to be going over our vendor list, right? And basically creating a vendor list as a co-working situation tonight. Do you all want to extend our AI class tonight by 30 minutes, thereby kind of taking up 30 minutes of Craft to Quit, or do y'all want to your 9 o'clock Craft to Quit time? And I'm leaving this totally up to C2Q because it's your time and it's your mentorship. So what do y'all want to do? That was more like it, but it's still those rocks are too big. And here we can reference this and say the rocks are too big, make the rock smaller. What's going on? All right, so I can reference that one. Control A. Why am I yelling at it in all caps? Okay, y'all want to do? Okay. All right, so Craft to Quit has spoken. We're going to do 30 more minutes at AI, and then we'll jump over to our Craft to Quit room. Okay. All right, cool. Because I wanted to show you all doing multiple products in a mock-up as well. But this does look more like it too. It looks like how it has the little grommets here. So I feel like that is more realistic. I feel like it's getting there. All right, so also grave blankets are not a really big popularized type of product. So anything that's not standard, like a t-shirt is standard, a program is standard. Anything that's not standard, it has a difficult time imagining how this will be in real life. So you just have to understand the more references that there are in the real world for these type of products, actual photos, not just mock-ups and things, then the easier it is to create these mock-ups as well. Now, next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run our generic prompt. And the way I can go back to my generic prompt, I'm just going to go to reuse. And then I'm going to close out of this image here. If I can click on it, I may need to zoom in a little bit. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to drag and drop the casket there. And now I'm just going to do one of each just because I want it to go a little bit quicker. do the bookmark there just so to see, hey, does it know that's a bookmark? Because I didn't tell it it's a bookmark. It's the uploaded product. And let's see the button. We already know that it does the button pretty well, but it does understand that to be a pin back button. Let's do the candle. We haven't done the candle yet. That's a new product. And you have to wait till the image uploads, because if you hit generate before you see this image pop up, it will give you something very random and it will not read your image at all. All right, so we have the flameless candle, and I have noticed that if I don't put that it's a flameless candle, then it will make it look like a real candle, and that doesn't look so realistic to the product that I'm going to be selling. So sometimes you will have to give the description of what the product is. Like this one, this memorial card, I would definitely say that it's a memorial card. And then I could just put here, this is a memorial card. And that's all I'm doing. And I'm still telling it to use the context clues and everything else. Super simple, rather than me rewriting the entire prompt. I'm just giving it some clues as to what that is. We are doing the casket. This one is promoting the casket insert. So casket insert. Now this is going to be interesting because I'm going to tell it that this is a dog bandana, because it wouldn't know that from this, right? So let's just say this is a dog bandana. It may attempt to put a dog in the image, but usually I like to create a photography image without a person in it, and then I like to create what I call my lifestyle images. Now, lifestyle images is when you have people wearing the product, enjoying the product, like showing them in scenery, that sort of thing. That is different for me than my product photography. Product photography is usually, it's ghosted, it's laying on a countertop somewhere with a beautiful kind of setup and arrangement. And then lifestyles, when I show people laughing or hugging or, just being in the element, but as humans interacting with the products or wearing the products. All right, so, and then this is a dog shirt. I don't even know if it will understand how the dog wears the shirt, if it does happen to put a dog in there. All right, so this is a dog shirt. And I need to go check in on these because I haven't changed that prompt much at all. But look at this. Like, look at this, y'all. It created a whole scene for me. It looks like this is in a beautiful church or funeral home, right? Look at that. Taking your mock-ups, taking your product photography. And it does, I told you this is a dog bandana, but it did give me the product mock-up without the animal in it, which I need that for one version of it. And when I do lifestyle images later, then we have different types of products. Look at that. Beautiful. And see, it kind of put it on a doggy pillow, or this is like an ottoman here. So it kind of makes you feel like it is for the fur loved ones. Y'all look at my candles. Okay, look at my prayer card sitting up. Cool. I like it. And I didn't tell it to do a flat lay. I didn't tell it to stand the products up. Whatever it gave me is what it gave me. But y'all, do y'all see that this is a whole collection right now? Do y'all see this? Are y'all ready to make these for your Shopify store? Baby, it even put a photo of her in the background there. Y'all see that? Come on. Y'all ready? Y'all are ready. Come on. And the label looks more like it's on there than it did in my original mock-up. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't want to. Oh, see, this is exactly what I was talking about. I believe I pressed forward too soon before the product was uploaded on there. So I don't even know what that was supposed to be. Look at the bookmark, y'all. With the memorial poetry in the background. Come on. And the dried petals. Oh, are y'all ready to put this to work? Are y'all ready to put this class to work? And show me your homework, please. Stop leaving me out of y'all's success. I don't like it. I don't like it. Y'all can be shy if y'all want to. Don't be shy with me. I'm the one that be on here looking crazy with muumuus and, well, no, most of the time I have my uniforms on, but my hair be looking crazy. I don't be having on no makeup. I spend time with y'all no matter what I look like. Y'all can show up for me too. All I'm asking you to do is share with me the work that you're doing. Share with me the success that y'all having, okay? All right. So far, these are looking really good. All right, so I'm not going to go through all the products. Ooh, the lantern. Okay. Maybe just the new ones and let that thing upload and finish before I generate. Now, I'm using a Nano Banana because this thing is going quickly, right? It's going quickly. When we do the multi-products, I will see if there's going to be a quality difference between what Nano Banana produces versus the ChatGPT, but the Nano Banana is just going much faster in terms of generating these. So if I'm doing a whole collection and I have 30 products in that collection, it's definitely doing that faster. The magnet, I would have to tell it. So this is one, like the magnet. Oh, you know what? I'm putting this as a dog shirt. That thing know this ain't no dog shirt. Look, it's like, girl, that ain't no dog shirt. You done messed up on your prompt. So this is a magnet for the refrigerator. Even though it can be used for other things, most people are going to put it refrigerator. All right. So yeah, it knew I was slipping. Girl, that ain't no doggone dog shirt. Get out of here. Okay. Anything else I'm really excited about making a mock-up for? Oh, the pillows. Okay. All right. If y'all bear with me, I'm going to go ahead and do all of these. And if it's something I don't need to describe, like it should be able to tell that's a pillow. This is a throw pillow. All right, that magnet is too large. Too large. So I can just hit reference here. And then tell it magnet is small, 2 inches wide by 3.5 inches tall. And see if it understands that. All right, now we're back to our products here. Ooh, the rosary. Yeah. I think it understands what that is. I'm going to take the description off, see if it just understands it now. It's the rosary. The scarf, yes. Because I like the idea of the scarf, but when it's just laying flat, you don't get the idea of styling there. So let's see what it does for the scarf. And I am going to say this is a 36 by 36 inch scarf. I'm going to say silky scarf. because it ain't silk. It's silky though. I'm not lying when I say it's silky. It's definitely satin. I'm gonna let that run on the GPT image 2 as well, because I'm interested to see what it does with that scarf. All right, so we have the poster easel. Now I may have to explain what this is because it doesn't know the scale of my product. So this is a 24 by 36-inch poster. And I might say foam board poster on an easel. All right, I may do maybe about 5 more minutes of these individual products, and then we got to move on to the combination, our collection images. I definitely want to see the mini tissue pack. This is a mini tissue pack. Definitely that tapestry blanket. I'm telling you, I will tell you this, they probably prefer the tapestry blankets that are actually woven, but if you can give them a competitive price and have it available to where they can get more of these done up front, they may even choose to go with your style, which is sublimation, right? Versus the woven tapestry, because they can get it quicker and they can get it designed. Usually when they send these tapestries off, they're just sending a photo, and that photo could be jacked up. It can not be designed well at all, but they just have to send it because as soon as as that loved one passes, they have to immediately get these printed products in order just to have them in time for the event. And this one gonna put custom printed for who did this? Nana Banana. Yeah, Nana Banana kind of tripping a little bit. Custom printed foam boards. Girl, get out of here with that. But everything else looks cool. It still looks a little fake to me, but I could still rock with that. Look at these little tissues, y'all. Look at these little tissues on that little neat velvet folded fabric there. Probably like a little handkerchief or napkin. They look gorgeous. Like, doesn't this make you want to just start putting up these products on your website? Y'all tell me anything, though. Oh, this one got what is that, bourbon or something right there? Look, we know it's hard times, but we ain't got to promote, the alcohol right there next to the scarf. Come on now. This is what I was looking for. I wanted to see if it was going to drape it to where it gives the idea of what the scarf could look like. Now, technically, probably would have wanted that folded, but I like this idea, y'all, because for me, it helps people see how they can style it. But that's gorgeous. And then this one is kind of just draped, even like that. Now, I could see the perfume there is fine. But y'all go throwing alcohol in my ads and stuff, and I got to say that it's for 21 and up. I don't know if y'all know that, but a lot of these images now, you put certain things in them, they get flagged. All right, so let's see if there's any other products that I wanted to see. The t-shirts, yeah, we can, that's our core product. Why not do the core product? Oh, did I ever do the, I don't think I did. I was talking, y'all. Let me take that off. And this is a tapestry blanket. And I could even put the word memorial in there. But I'm guessing that because it says the words in loving memory, it should be evoking that because we asked it to draw inspiration from the design. So that's what it should be doing. All right, let's see. Ooh, the wind chime. Look, I'm pretty much doing all the products, y'all. Pretty much. Yeah, I like this tissue image here. Ooh, now this is what I like. I bet this one was ChatGPT. Let me see. Wrong one. Yep, ChatGPT. I'm telling y'all, it's something about this new ChatGPT. These images be generating. I love this idea as well, kind of showing that it's a square scarf, but giving it some luxury there in terms of perfume, pearls, that sort of thing. Interesting way of laying that out. And you can even tell it like, hey, I want it to be, on a mannequin bust. That's what this is called, a mannequin bust, and maybe a velvet mannequin bust, folded diagonally and tied around the neck. All right, so far we're working with the same prompt. Do y'all see how when you have a system, when you truly have a system, it don't take all of like a million different things to execute. It's a system for a reason. That means it is working on multiple products, multiple different ways without you having to stress. All right. I don't think I've changed the prompt yet. Oh, I love the flowers here. Gorgeous. And it's got the stone bench there. Oh. Okay. This looks nice and cozy with the blanket there, just hanging off the. Look, y'all, if you ain't never run this process before, run this system before. Didn't I tell y'all these mock-ups were going to be so much better when we finally put them in our Automizer or put them in our mock-ups and then did the photography session? I told y'all I was going to level you up. I told you. All right, so let me see. I think there was wind chime. That's it. Oh, we didn't do the necktie. That was probably one of the ones that I was being jumpy about and didn't let it finish loading. So I'm going to let the necktie finish loading. And this is a tapestry blanket. See, I'm sitting here giving it the wrong stuff and it's still getting it right. So I'm going to take this part off because it should be able to tell this is a necktie. And my prompt is so good that it's ignoring when I tell it something, when I'm being stupid over it. Well, I'm not being stupid. I typed something that was not brilliant into the prompt. Okay. But look at this, y'all. Oh my goodness. Y'all better have some amazing images to share with me on this homework. Otherwise, I'm going to start cutting these classes. And I can't even say short. I'm going to start putting in extra time on these classes. These classes are supposed to be 1 hour long. I'm giving y'all extra energy, extra love, extra work, extra resources. And then y'all don't want to show off on your homework. So we're going to see. When y'all work harder, I'm going to work harder. How about that? Oh, no, you got the right Facebook. I mean, every time you go over there, you don't see anything recent. That's because y'all ain't posting nothing recent. But here's the thing. Me neither. So I'm going to do better myself. All right. Starting August, which is 2 days from now, I am going to do better myself because I have been slacking on my posting, y'all. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to give it to you 100% real. Life has been life, and not just my life has been life, and everybody's life been life, and around me that life depends on my life. So it has compounded, right? It's exponentially life is life, and okay. And I know a lot of y'all are like me. Y'all are the responsible ones in your families, and you take on a lot of stuff. So when all of the things compound, let's just say it is overwhelming. Okay, and I get that. But at the same time, I can acknowledge when I'm not doing something right. I have not been posting like I need to, and I got to get it together. Okay. So Higgsfield, I would recommend it because it does allow you. That's why I don't even create in the regular ChatGPT and be, getting my stuff wrong and taking too long. Even though I have ChatGPT Pro, the images generate better over here on the Higgsfield side. Look at this tie. Do y'all remember me sitting here making a doggone mock-up for a tie and me taking the image and trying to roll. Now, I didn't try. I did roll it on up and all. Y'all don't see this. Y'all don't see how simple this is now. But my mock-up is still mocking up. You know, my mock-up is still, look, you see my little mock-up got the little twirl right there. I actually took a photo. This is a photo that I took when I showed you. It was a class where I showed you all how to make your own product mock-ups. And I took a photo of this tie rolled up. Y'all don't remember all of that. You don't remember how hard it was. This was just what, 3-4 years ago. Y'all don't remember how hard it was for me to make them little mock-ups. Now, baby, I'll call that a mock-up, but this is my photo shoot. Okay. Y'all see this, y'all see the satin texture. You see the light coming in from the window. You'll see the cuff links. You see it. All right. I think that was the last product. Oh, the pillows didn't. So the pillows must have been the other one that I was being too jumpy and, you know, kind of push generate before it was ready. All right. So that's all of our individual. Like I could run a play right now with these images alone. Do y'all hear me? I can run a whole Shopify page right now just saying, hey, this is my memorial collection with this one model and this one design, and that's it. I don't have to have 1,200 different templates showing them and everything. I can have just this set, and then I can build on my projects as I get projects coming in. I don't even have to put that person's name or photo on my stuff. If somebody says, hey, I need one for Bill, he loved fishing, his favorite color was slate blue and gray. Cool. I'm gonna make a slate blue and gray. I'm gonna make me an AI model, and I'm going to make up an AI name so it's nothing like his name. And then I'm going to create a whole suite based on that. Why not? Because now it gives me a variation. It makes me have a feel for, oh, this is a very feminine design with the flowers. Now I have a fishing design, or I have the heavenly gates design. I can work on those as I need to, but I don't have to have all of them available right now in order to start my Shopify store, in order to start talking to the funeral homes in my local area. That's what y'all asked me the other day, oh, should we wait? No, do not wait. Have something up now. Have something up now and let these people know what quality level work that you do, and then build on that. Projects that they give you, use that to build on your portfolio. All right, yeah, it messed me up on that magnet. I'll probably rerun that from the beginning and just tell it like it's a business card size magnet. As a matter of fact, let me just do that now. Do reuse. This is a business card size magnet, bid sign this. Y'all, forgive me, I'm typing slower. I jammed my finger so bad I fell with all of my weight onto my pinky. Well, I didn't fall. I tripped forward, but my pinky stopped me from falling. But my pinky was the only thing that saved me, and it kind of bent back. Like, y'all, I told y'all life is lifing right now. I got an injury. I got like a sports-related injury from tripping forward on something I didn't know it was on the ground, concrete, and my pinky stopping me from falling and hitting the ground. Can't make this stuff up. I cannot. I'm not even like an accident prone person because I'm not really doing much that will require accident. But this is what's been going on lately, y'all. So I'm over here typing without a pinky. All right, so this is business card size magnet for the refrigerator. All right, let me run this. Baby, imagine like pinky toe pain, but on your pinky finger. Like, oh, I didn't know how much I used my pinky until I injured it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start moving on to the multiple products. And I'll tell you, I was using this prompt to create collections. Okay, boom, boom, boom. This is what I want to show y'all. So Craft to Quit, this is an extension. Remember I told you I was going to keep building on that file that we started on our AI Create-a-thon. So I've continued building on that, and I will continue to put that onto the back end, so that 355 or 354 create-a-thon that we did, I will add to that. And customer happiness, please remind me to add to that, because this document is significantly longer now. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you that all of the products can potentially fit in these collections. But I didn't want to have to come up with the collections. I used to do that for y'all back in the day. And remember, we used to sit there and create the Excel sheets of which products were going, which categories and all of that. Baby, you don't have to do that no more. Okay? Just use this custom print marketing expert, and I have already fed into it. Everything that we used to do back in the day manually, I fed into it. That's why it kind of thinks like me. All right. So some of the product categories it was having laid out for me, which is what I was having conversation with it about. It's like, hey, memorial preparation services, which might be, I could do your photo restoration, your funeral programs, your prayer cards, tributes and video slideshows. All of these, like, they sound like they go together, right? The wearables and keepsakes, t-shirts, hoodies, ribbons, buttons, wristbands, dog tags, neckties, pocket squares, satin scarves. All those sound like they go together, right? So what I want to do now is I want to create a cohesive collection with the multiple images that I upload. However, like I said in the beginning, I'll warn you that when you put multiple products, it can get a little messy. All right. Still made that thing big. I have to come back later with that. And I don't know why my pillow's just sitting up on the table on the stand, but that's all right. But this is better. This is better. Although I feel the scale of them is a little big, maybe I could tell them that they're 18-inch pillows, because these look to be about like 24-inch pillows. They're kind of large to be throw pillows, but I didn't tell it what it was either. So I can say, you know, these are throw pillows for the sofa. But it also is probably enlarging them for the sake of showing the image, which I'm not mad at that. All right, so I like that, not too keen for that. And I would run this prompt again and get it to eventually scale appropriately. The other thing is, if it knows it's a product image, it wants it to be the focal image. So if it shows a little tiny refrigerator magnet on a big refrigerator, that's probably best for product scale and visibility. So we would have to tell it, hey, zoom into the refrigerator and that sort of thing. But it's doing its best to create a setting plus a refrigerator plus the product. So it is struggling there because we told it to make the product the hero. Well, how can it be the hero if the product's only 2 inches tall or 2 inches wide, and then we have a big refrigerator door here? So we'll have to edit the prompt there to give a little. All right, so let's see. We got to move on now and do our multiple products. I'm really happy with most of these. Let me take you to, yeah, this is me actually doing real stuff for real client and doing all the same stuff I've been teaching y'all, I promise. Oh, don't let me forget. I told you all that I'm building a business from scratch for I'm helping to build, this is my client, my brother and my niece and nephew. I'm telling them that this is serious and I am doing 100% everything with them to build from the ground up. I'm not touching no shirts. I'm not touching no backdrops, no banners, none of that. I'm strictly getting things for them prepared, including building the Shopify store from scratch, building out the 5 categories of the business, which are memorials, one of them. It's got graduation in there, business to business, and then special occasions like birthdays, weddings, that sort of thing. And finally, the school and sports. So those are the only 5 categories I'm touching. I'm not doing holiday, none of that. I'm sticking to the things that people pretty much need year round. And I'm helping them build that from scratch. I'm starting August 15th. So if you want to join me, it is here. I'll pull up one of my little AI banners here. The investment is $5,997. I have a first mover's advantage, meaning that if you are the first to, and I only have 4 seats available. I'm only doing 4 because I want this to be very intimate. I'm going to show you how I built this from the ground up, and you all will get all the assets that I do to build it. But I will be taking my time out every weekend for a 3-hour session. It will be on Saturday or Sunday, whichever one the 4 people agree on is most helpful. And we will be building together it will be 12 weeks. Okay. Only 4 builders, and it's like an apprenticeship. I'm going to show you everything I'm doing. You'll build if you want to build. You will have my resources to build, but the thing is, I will also be able to take an hour each session and go over what you're building, what you already created. I'll look at your Shopify store and that sort of thing. So this is the closest you'll be able to work with me. It's a 12-week program. When I tell you it's all in, you got to be ready to go all in and show up, not just ready to learn, but ready to apply and get these things rolling. So like I said, this is $6,000 because I'm only accepting 4 people. Y'all, this is taking up a lot of my time. And when I tell you I charge way more than that per hour, and I charge way more than this to do this for a client, I build one client's page for $6,000. And it doesn't take me 12 weeks to do it. So the fact that I'm slowing it down, walking you through it, showing you everything behind the curtain that I do for my clients, and I do it with you, that's the advantage. So I heard you all say last time when we had this conversation, things that you were struggling with, and that's what I intend to work on through this session. So, and this one, and Jennifer, this intensive here is going to be even more intense because we're not just doing one subject. Remember last time we just did just the sports? I'm going to make sure I show you all 5 of my sections, how I build out each of the Shopify pages, and you'll basically get those as a template so that you can pull all of my assets directly into your Shopify store and use it as is. But of course, I'm also showing you how to create all the elements so that you can customize these and brand them your way. But also you have everything that I have to set up shop from ground zero. And I don't care if your store looks exactly like my store because you paid enough to have your store look exactly like my store. Okay. So I'm just letting y'all know that option is available. Because customer happiness is probably like, what, Shannon, when did you do this? Y'all, I pretty much just I was like, look, I had the last conversation with y'all. We got real deep into what you all need. And I was like, well, I'm building this now for my brother and niece and nephew. So why don't I just take a few people, just 4? Oh, and one thing I added to it, there will be in January, we're going to do a live session. And at a live session, you'll get to literally stay on the grounds. It's in Marianna, Florida, but we have the workshop there now. It has 2 of the all over heat presses. It has the latex printer that prints the big backdrops and banners and the walls and the stickers and all of those things. Of course, we have sublimation, and then we'll be doing party favors as well. So basically, it's going to be a hands-on workshop for that Martin Luther King weekend. So that will be something you'll be able to do as a bonus. I'm just building it into the 4 people that sign up. So like I said, the first person who signs up going to get it for $29.97 after the first person signs up, because I haven't even talked about this. I just committed to this, okay, because I just got excited about putting this in motion, not just for this business that we're building in Marianna, so you'll get to see it from the ground up, but this also is your opportunity to build with me. All right. So like I said, first movers advantage, $29.97. After that, it's only 1 seat at that price. The other 3 seats will be at basically $6,000. Okay. And I don't care if 1 person signs up. I don't care if maximum 4 people sign up. I don't want it to be a big group. I'm not accepting more than 4 people. So this is your opportunity to work with me pretty much one-on-one. This is the closest we're ever going to get to working one-on-one, because I don't do one-on-ones, like not training. What I do is I do clients one-on-one, but I charge them a lot of money and I don't show them what I'm doing. Okay. Just so you know. All right. So I'll put that in the chat there. Y'all got that? All right. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, so I was going to my other. All right. This is where we are now. All right. So I'm going to copy this prompt and let me just rerun it, because if I rerun it or reuse it. Okay. So when it has multiple products in here, it gets a little confused on scale and quality. So what I want to do is I want to take these smaller sections where we talked about for the wearables and keepsakes, for instance. I'm going to tell it what products I am uploading. And we'll take the same prompt here. And let me copy it all, paste it onto your. Y'all get some good stuff tonight. Boy, y'all ain't gonna be able to sleep. Let me put this above that. Y'all are not gonna be able to sleep. Okay, so it says using all uploaded product images. So that means I'm gonna, of course, do multiple images. As the featured products, create a premium commercial product photography scene that showcases the collection as a cohesive luxury brand. Arrange the products naturally in a professionally styled environment while preserving their true real world size. Now, that was my attempt to just say, hey, whatever I put in here, imagine it at real world size and make them comparable. Proportions and visual hierarchy. Large products should remain physically dominant. Medium products should support the composition. I'm going to take this part out. And I'm going to leave do not resize the products unrealistically or make miniature products appear oversized. It's basically saying the same thing just so that repetition hits like, hey, we want things to come in as the size they would naturally be in a natural environment. Create an elegant, balanced composition with premium lighting, realistic shadows, beautiful surfaces, tasteful styling that complements the products without distracting from the products. Every product should remain fully visible, accurately reproduced, and presented as part of a coordinated luxury collection. Now, this is without me telling it what the products are. Again, I'm going to go ahead and paste those. And let's just say we're doing the program, bookmark, button, and let's do a fan. Let's take off the pillow. Let's take off the scarf. We'll take off the jewelry, the t-shirts, and just do those 4 products. Now, depending on what I want this to be, if I want this to be a banner for my collection page, I'm going to go with this 21 by 9. You can also go with the 16 by 9 if you wanted to take up the whole screen. I like the 21 by 9 because you see a good deal of the banner, and then you start to see the products roll up. So I like to see a good deal of the banner, then the products roll up rather than just a full screen of the banner. If you like the full screen of the banner, go with the 16 by 19. All right, so boom. Let's run that. Let's run it 2 times with Nano Banana, and then I'm going to run it 2 times with the ChatGPT image 2. All right, and then let me refresh so I can see what it do. Oh, I still have this. I was on 1 by 1, so I can also change it to 21 by 9 for the ChatGPT image. Hit that a couple of times. So you'll see what it looks like when it generates it as a square versus the long banner. Now, the square is useful. The square is useful for Instagram, Facebook ads. The wide banner is not useful for those things. The wide banner is useful for your cover image for Facebook. Is useful for the banners that are going to be on top of your Shopify store. So just want y'all to know that there's a reason to run this prompt at different ratios. And this looks so good, y'all. Doesn't it? Can y'all tell me how much more difficult this would be to lay out on your own? And I love the satin fabrics here and that they go, like, it's almost like me and the Automizer and AI were just meant to meld minds, right? Because it's all working together now. It's reading my colors that are primarily throughout the graphics, which is how we design our template, right? The 355 template has 2, a primary and a secondary color. It's reading those colors, it's reading the images and incorporating those images as real life props. Come on, y'all. So just imagine if I was doing the river theme or the fishing theme or the heavenly gates theme. This is why I want to see your variations, because I know you all are working on different designs, different themes. So I want to see how this translates across our different ideas. All right. But these look amazing. And I believe that's Google. Nana Banana. Y'all see that? Nana Banana ain't playing around. I guess it got tired of me boasting about ChatGPT Image 2 is stepping up. And this even made it a trifold. Girl, I didn't make this a trifold yet. It's over here trifolding. All right, so good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so now what I would do is for Craft Quit, I told y'all I'll give y'all this full conversation here, but I did want you to see how it's grouping things, right? So these are like product categories, right? Wall arches, photo boards, floor wraps, those things, yeah, they tend to go together, right? But they have these recommended merchandising collections. So maybe the complete funeral package, same day memorial printing. Oh, I didn't think about that. Like if all you can get is from this category, because basically this is what we print same day, boom, you can get a pillow same day, boom, you can get a t-shirt same day. Maybe I'm not doing programs same day because that's too much of a hassle. So same day memorial printing, having a collection that says that, let's go. Does this help y'all understand how you can organize your Shopify store now? Jennifer, I'm thinking about the live workshop, maybe opening that up to a limited number of people too, because it's literally going to be on the property. So it's a pretty large property, but the people who are doing the apprenticeship with me will get to stay on the property. Everybody else would have to stay in a hotel. And it's like we're going to be immersed. Like you ain't gonna need to go nowhere. We're gonna have food catered and everything. We're gonna stay right there. We ain't going nowhere. Ain't too much places to go unless you want to go see some horses and cows and stuff. We're gonna stay locked in. But yeah, so it's kind of like thinking like a cabin getaway where all we do is create for the weekend. That's what we're going to be doing. From the large format stuff to the digital graphics to your, I don't know if we're going to be doing balloons. I might have someone there to do balloons, but that's just not my thing. However, balloons make it look nicer. So I may have someone come in and do that and possibly draping. So we'll see. But the whole idea is that it is a workshop where we actually produce. But yeah, so I might think about selling tickets just to that. But I will tell you this, the tickets to just that, because it's a 3-day event, it will at least be $1,000, like $997 at least. Because I used to do my 1-day events for $397. So I'm just letting y'all know that it's built into the apprenticeship, because that's my primary. I want to see you all be able to make the stuff and get the photos that you need for your websites and all of that stuff. So we're going to be making things together so that we collectively take photos and we get that done for your purposes of promoting. You ready to book that flight, Jennifer? All right. Okay. Well, I will remind you all. I'll send an email reminder. Okay. All right. For the production workshop. Yeah, because I was going to do it in Atlanta again and stuff. I was like, I would have to travel. I want y'all to see like what a real home-based workshop looks like. It's its own workshop. Like it's separate from the property. It's its own 1,000 square foot workshop. But it is what I would imagine a home-based business to be, because I was going to set up brick and mortar in Mariana for them, but I realized kids are in school. My brother's full-time father, kids, and needs to be able to kind of maneuver around, and that brick and mortar always locked us into the store till almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And the kids actually experienced that too. They used to run the shop with us and they had their little room in the back. I didn't want to do that again. So basically, we have it more homestead, but delivering products to the community and still doing big projects and that sort of thing, still doing business to business, but just not having to have a physical storefront where we're so inundated. So if you're interested in seeing that process, I'm going to show you the whole thing all the way through. All right. So I don't know if I'm just excited or I'm kind of blowing with all kind of ideas right now, but I'm gonna get us back on track with this AI right now, okay? All right, so okay, I was going the same day memorial printing, just having a collection for that. That is phenomenal. And here's the thing, I told it that, hey, I don't care, I don't want just one category having that product in it once. I want you to repeat the products in these different categories so that I can really tag these on my Shopify store. And if you tag them a certain way, they will show up in those different collections as you tag them. So let's say t-shirts. T-shirts going to be in the complete funeral package. T-shirts will be in the same day memorial printing. T-shirts may be in the celebration of life collection. It might not be in the church funeral essentials because the church may not be the ones that want to promote the t-shirts, but the family members do. So you will get a chance to see like, hey, this is how I'm using AI to help me think through my products and strategize, right? It's not just, hey, create a quick image and then I'm gonna print this. No, we are optimizing these images. We are creating lifestyle products. We are creating photo shoots. We're creating our product descriptions using AI. And that's what I'm going to take you more intensely through when I'm building the site for my brother and niece and nephew, because I'm going to have to build them from the ground up. They've been watching and doing things with you all as well, but this is the opportunity to really put it to use. So I'm telling you how I'm going to be using this stuff. A military memorial collection, that would be an excellent sub-page to have, right? So you have a collection, this will be a good sub-collection. First responder, pet memorial, like, didn't we talk about some of these things, right? So now it's giving us these ideas of how to have these different merchandising collections, and every last one of them makes sense, right? Photo restoration services, that should be its own page. Right? So what you do is you build your initial memorial page, like we're talking about right now with this 1-355, with this, all of these products that we say that we're going to create for at least one time with this Automizer. And that's your start, right? But that's how you're going to launch. You're not going to wait until you get all of these different collections and then launch. I just want y'all to know that. Launch with what you have and then build on it. Because it's going to take time for you to get confidence to keep approaching these funeral homes, to keep approaching the individuals who need these products for their loved ones. And as you grow, your website will grow too. But if you wait until you're perfect, you will never get started. Okay. All right. So let me make sure. Yeah, just run. Did I give y'all this prompt? Nope. I'll give it to you now. I thought I did. I was talking. All right, so that's the prompt. But just follow suit. Like you can go on your chat GPT right now, go to the custom print marketing expert and tell it like, hey, I have these. Matter of fact, you could just drop products in there like, hey, what could I name this collection? I think these things go together. And it might give you a suggestion. Oh, along with that, I'll put the prayer cards. Like, right? And if it didn't know it was a prayer card, you would need to put that in there. So maybe wearables. Okay, so now let me drop in the rosary. Let me drop, and these are wearable accessories, right? Instead of just the, ooh, I could put the t-shirts in there too. Sure can. So now I'm worried about some wearables right now. I want to see what it does. Got that tie I want to put in there. And y'all know I got cufflinks in there. I got the pocket square in there. So you can have a whole collection just for the men's wearables. Right? Let's see, anything. Ooh, I can put that in there. All right, and this is like my upscale wearables. So my other wearables might just be like, hey, the button and the ribbon. Oh, I didn't even put the ribbon in this one. So you got the ribbon too in that Automizer. 1, 2, 3, 4 products. I'm not telling it what the products are. I'm just sending it on through. I'm going to do the 21 by 9. Do my Nano Banana 21 by 9. Yeah, even these 1 by 1 images came in so nice. ChatGPT image 2 kind of just stood everything up. Not like it, but it is visible. I'm not as excited about that one. Doesn't to me look like a real photo shoot. Let's see. A little bit better. My little popsicle stick should be on the other side, but better. Now I think Nano Banana's doing better when it comes to doing these product photo shoots. I'm just saying. I like the pearls there. And I feel like they don't understand that this is a pin back button. Even though I put the pin back on there, it's displaying it rather large, and I don't like that. In terms of the scale with the fan, I think it's off. But these look appropriately scaled. All right, let's see. Scarf kind of rolled up a little bit, which you could roll a scarf like that. And the only thing I would say with the rosary, it looks like it is displayed properly, like at the proper angle, but I cannot see the image there. So I would have just hoped that it would at least drape one of them up vertically so it could hang. But I do understand what it's doing there. It's just it's not showcasing this one as best as it could. And my tie is too rolled up. Right. So that one I would probably rerun. Let's see, this one, the tie is displayed in the box there. The scarf is just kind of floating. I don't like that. I like the jewelry box. And this is the idea where I was saying I was hoping it would have it displayed vertically. So the scarf here, I might have to tell it for the scarf to tie the scarf around. Let's do that. So I'm going to tell it to fold the scarf in half diagonally. Ooh, I misspelled that. Diagonally. Nope. You know what I mean, diagonally. I don't know why I can't spell right now. Or I can spell. Obviously I can. I finally got it. For the scarf with an F in half diagonally, and I want it to be style it, instead of saying tie it, style it, tied around a velvet bust. I'm gonna say display bust. Display bust. Okay. What do I want to do with the tie? So I'm giving a little direction here. So that's how I want the scarf displayed. Ooh, I like the idea of the rosary beads on this jewelry holder. So display the rosary beads or rosary necklace on a marble base jewelry holder, vertical jewelry holder, jewelry holder display. What do I want it to do with the tie? Display the tie in a velvet long box that showcases the full or the vertical tie design. I want to see the full vertical tie design. And then I'll say for the pendant, display the pendant with a gold chain. And I'll say propped up on a velvet jewelry box. Now I'm not telling it what color, but I feel like I'm giving it a little creative direction here. And I'm getting the creative direction. It didn't just pop up in my head, y'all. I'm looking at what it already created and like, oh, okay. Well, I like how some of these are presented, not others, but I also like this this velvet vertical chain display too, but I'm going to go ahead and I like the box for this one. So I just pretty much put some things together, right? That I wouldn't have had the ideas before. I actually saw something visual come to this screen. Now let's go ahead and do 2 for ChatGPT. And I'll go ahead and give you all my new version of the prompt. But now what I'm doing is I'm defining what's in the images instead of it just guessing what's in the images there. Oh, Jennifer, the 355, I was just explaining at the beginning of class. I have 2 more products to add to it. I was actually showing y'all my little preview. So the only 2 products I have to add to it now is a trifold and the gatefold. And I think the gatefold would be a fun project for us to do in class to learn how to design for a gatefold so that you get the continuous, or you can do basically a block design. So I have to add those 2 to it, and then it will be complete. I promise y'all. I just got a little excited. I did pretty much every product you all asked me to do and add to this one, plus a trifold and gatefold, which I think would make this really a complete memorial experience for y'all. Okay, look at it listening to me. Now I feel like it's forcing some of this stuff because I gave it so much direction. So I might run that a few times, but it listened to me. It folded it diagonally in half and draped it on the bust here. Kind of went crazy with the whole velvet thing. So it's got a lot of velvet in there. It used the marble base jewelry holder there. It listened to me. Ooh, look how it tied this one. I didn't expect it to tie like that, even though that's not how it would do based on how we designed it, but it looks cool. Like it looks realistic, right? Tie there, the jewelry there. This looks good, y'all. This looks good, good, good. And this is where we started. Gave it a little direction. And now it's displaying better. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I like the idea that it has here. I might even rearrange my graphics on my scarf so that it could do like this, right? Mm-hmm. And also the fact that I have these 3 rosary, maybe I do need to break it down and just do one of them, right? So it won't be so worked up about doing all 3 of those. But this is gorgeous, y'all. Y'all ready to work on this? Y'all ready to work on your projects in your Shopify store? I'm telling you right now, everything that I'm producing right now, the whole reason I'm producing it is so that I can help build these experiences that will be for this apprenticeship. So you all are getting a piece of it now, even just within Craft to Quit. Some of y'all are getting a piece of it for free when you just tap into the YouTube and stuff. Like, I don't mind giving my knowledge away for free, but my time, when I spend time with you, when I evaluate your projects and your website, when you get to ask me questions and actually have real guidance in your business, that consulting, That's what I charge the most for, because that, like, it literally takes my brain cells and energies. Like nothing else. And I only have a limited capacity for that. So that's why I charge more for those opportunities, because I have a limited capacity. Now I can get on here on YouTube and spill my guts for an hour. I can get in the Zoom room, spill my guts for an hour, and I will never run out of information. And I will always be able to provide good service and information to you all that will be beneficial, always. And I'll continue to do that. But if you want to, work more on a one-on-one scale, then I'm offering that to a degree so that those who really want more of that personalized help can receive it. All right, so that's it. That's all for AI for tonight. That, like, I want you to go in and create different combinations of products and create your own collections and categories, right? Hey, what am I going to do for same day? Let's ask y'all this. Y'all ain't been real interactive. I know it's because y'all are thinking and you're probably working in the background. What would you be able to print same day for Memorial? If somebody said, like, hey, this funeral home's contacting you today. Oh my goodness. What can you print same day? Because we, like, our shipment didn't come in on time and we need this done. Ribbons, buttons, fans. You be able to do the scarves? Wristbands. Oh, I need y'all to do those wristbands. I'm telling you, they're picking up, and they're going to replace these ribbons. Well, maybe not replace it, because the ribbons are a staple. The buttons are a staple. But these wristbands, I'm telling you, they're getting up, be popping. The prayer cards, yes. Yes. 13 by 19 center print shirts all day, all day, all day. These 13 by 19 shirts, especially, I have my 16-650. That thing prints out of 13 by 19, less than 30 seconds. Baby, I would do those same day without hesitation. Definitely charge more for same day though. So y'all remember that part. And if you're partnering with these funeral homes, they prefer the quality and you coming in on time more than they think about the price, because they're going to charge that price to the family, and more than likely the insurance is paying for it. Okay. So don't be afraid to tell them a real price of your real time that you're committing to putting them above your other customers, to just the rush process itself, the stress of it, the fact that it's going to use up your immediate inventory, or you have to rush ship some inventory in order to accommodate their project. Do not be afraid to charge for that. And even with the big press, doing it all over same day, still, kind of it's a feat too, because you got to set up and put your inserts in there, or do front and back, and so it's a deal too. All right, so I see what y'all look. This is stuff y'all can make. Y'all put this, our customer happiness. If you can't put this in the working document. But ribbons, buttons, fans, scarves, wristbands, 13 by 19, yard signs, prayer cards. And some of it, if you have the ability to do all over same day, if you have the equipment, yeah, absolutely. Now I'm going to tell you what the funeral homes, they want. These pillows. They like those blankets, and not just the regular blankets. They like the tapestry blankets. If you can produce those same day, if you have the ability to do all over shirts, then you have the ability to do the blankets as well. Those tapestry blankets, yes, they're ordering those. They're getting them rush shipped in. They might even be costing somewhere around $200 just to get something like that in next day. If you can do them same day, and that way, if something is messed up, they can come to you and get it replaced, and they feel like they have a better local option than a drop ship option, I'm telling you, you're going to start developing some relationships you didn't know could be that strong. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to hop on over to this Craft to Quit room, because I can't cancel on y'all again. I know we spent almost two hours in AI class tonight, which I enjoyed every minute of it. I don't know if you all did. Did you enjoy class tonight, AI class? Let me know. Yes? Cool, cool. All right, now I expect to see some homework. Y'all know what to do. Put your homework up on the Facebook page. All you have to do is hit the mention. Hit mention. So right here, mentions. Okay, Keita. I see you, girl. Ashley. So only a few people did some homework in the past month, so I'm not too thrilled about that. I don't like that because I'll be spending some time with you now. I want to see your results are my success. Like it's not just you pay for this membership, you can log in or not log in, and I don't care. No, I care, and I be checking, and I want you all to get your progress in. And I know life be life, and if anybody understands you, I overstand you. Okay, but we got to put the work in. We got to have a consistency. We got to have the discipline because this is what we want to show God we really want to do, right? This is where we want to show up and show God, right? That, hey, you gave us these skills, you gave us these ideas, you gave us all the resources that we needed in order to carry out all of this. So I want to show you that this is actually what I want. And this is how I'm going to show you by every single week. That's why I show up for y'all every single week, because I told God that I wanted to help people do this. So I had to create a discipline to where for the last 5 years, probably 6 years now, I've been showing up every week for y'all. Just like a JOB. Y'all done locked me into a JOB. Oh, shoot now. That's all right. I appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna head on over to the Craft to Quit room. I know it's late, y'all, but I do want to go over this vendors list, see what products you all want to create. So I'm gonna close out this session, and I will see you all in the Craft to Quit Zoom link. Y'all give me 5 minutes. So let's do. I know it's 9:57 right now. Let's do 5 minutes after 10. I know it's late, but I know y'all will hang out because this is your tribe. Okay, this is where you're gonna get that release of ideas. So 10:05, we'll meet in the Craft to Quit Zoom room. Okay. So I'm so sorry, Nikki. And I know you just purchased this special deal. I had left over for Nikki. Nikki, you finished yours, but if anybody else wants to sign up, $4.97 for the whole Craft to Quit for the whole year, y'all. I do not run that special lightly. And matter of fact, I was never supposed to run it again, but I ran it as a back to school. Plus, I know, I've been slacking on my pimping lately. So I wanted to give you all something where even if you were OG or brand new, you had the opportunity to join at a very low tuition rate, which is $4.97 for the entire year. Some of y'all paying $197 a month. Okay. So I did leave that open for you all. I'm going to go ahead and head on into the Craft to Quit room. So if anybody needs help with that, just message me on Facebook or Instagram on the business page, and I'll see if there's an issue with, why you aren't able to enroll. But let me go ahead and let me give y'all that link too for tonight. And then we're going to head on over to the Craft to Quit room, y'all. Nope, that's not the link. Where is it? And if you already have a membership, you're going to have to cancel your membership. Actually, you're probably going to need me to cancel your membership so that it happens immediately so that you can sign up. So if you have any issues with signing up, just let me know. Oh, yes, Seagate. I had a horrible experience with Seagate. So I'm going to tell you this, Nikki, and we could talk about this more in Craft to Quit session that we're about to have. Not only should you back up your files and use like your external hard drive, but also back them up with something like Google Drive, and that will back up your backup. So you have a digital version of your backup as well. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm going to head out for just a moment. I will see y'all 10:05 in the Craft to Quit room. Okay. All right. For those in AI class, I appreciate you. I love you dearly. Until next time. Bye. Good night, y'all.